What's up, y'all? What is today? Sunday. It's time for our Oracle energy forecast for the week. Pardon my holy smoke over here. I've had quite the trying day and I basically need an exorcism now. I doused myself in sage that has been dipped in dragon's blood earlier. It was a hard day, I gotta be honest. I went to my dad's church. His birthday was this weekend and he was doing a sermon and I didn't particularly want to go, and I was going to be tired from work. I worked late last night and I made our video, so I didn't get to bed until very late, and I knew I was going to work tonight and tomorrow night, the next night, so I was going to be tired, but as my mother pointed out, it's going to be important to my dad that we were there to be proud of him, which had problems with. I'm like, well, maybe he shouldn't be looking for outside validation. But I kept it to myself, and I didn't want to be contrary, and I'm trying to heal my father issues. We all are trying to do that this year, heal our father and mother issues. My dad is very insensitive, and today he just did something that just was the last straw for me. And yeah, I've been carrying it around all day and it's still fresh, and so I can't really talk about it because I don't have a lot of perspective on it yet. So I'm just going to try to let it go with the sage so that it doesn't get into our reading. But yeah, then I had a pretty good night at work. I had an excellent section, so I do believe God was trying to compensate me for my trouble. It's really funny too, because after he did this thing that was kind of cruel, actually it's very cruel, he then thought I was going to come over with the family and hang out for burgers after church, and I was just like, no, I think I'm going to go home and take a nap because I've got to work for the next several days and I didn't get any sleep last night. I got up early to come to your church and be there for you, only child who did, and he still chose to be basically a dick. So I did not go over there for burgers. And then my sister brought a burger by for me from their house, but I do not eat the food of my enemy. Or at least I really didn't feel like eating that burger, but she made it. So I was like, well, maybe I will eat the burger later, but it still feels like the burger of my enemy. So I will not eat the burger. And when I got to church, when I got to work, my manager had made us a family meal of house-made ground beef burgers for everyone. So God was like, you know what? You don't have to eat the burger of your enemy. I'm going to give you a finer burger. A fine dining burger instead, Liz. How would you like that? And I said, I would like that really nicely. Thank you. Have my burger, not my hate burger. Okay, so, whew. All right. That'll be that. I'm gonna refrain from hitting my pen on camera. But let's dip into the Oracle of Oddities. Already feeling better after taking in all that good holy smoke. Let's see what the weekend has in store. We're always looking for what we need to be aware of to take advantage and make the most of our potential and receive the blessings that are waiting for us. And we want to also be aware of our pitfalls and shortcomings and any booby traps that might be set for the week that might trigger self-defeating tendencies. Like today, I had to do some real work because I really felt triggered by my dad, and normally this would have knocked me out for maybe several days. I probably would have spent all day crying. I might have called out of work before, but today I just went in, and yeah, it just makes me feel not very good, but not as bad as it used to. So I think that's improvement. And yeah, I just tried to set a boundary and remove myself from the situation and try to go do something productive to help me survive. And so, yeah, so we want to overcome our self-defeating tendencies, and we want to watch for the old patterns, and we want to try to choose differently, try to choose better for ourselves and for the present life that we want to build. All right, what do we have coming this week? What do we need to know? Ooh, uncover. Ooh, yes, uncover. Something is in the heart. Butterflies. I think that could be whimsical wonders this week. And it also, it's funny when things trigger pain, especially with our parents, it's usually a sign that something needs to be healed because something really great is going to happen. And that, my friends, was something I kept telling myself all day, that something wonderful is about to happen to me. Because when you keep feeling like, if you're feeling like you're going over the top to do the best you can and to push yourself to be more of yourself, and you really feel like you're being proactive, and then like the hits keep coming, I really feel that it's like the universe trying to offload some of your negativity through the purification process of discomfort, and it's trying to get you primed to receive something that wants to be like a blessing that wants to come in for you. But maybe there's just some things that need to be balanced out on the scales first. So, sometimes it's a test. Sometimes it's things that have to play out to balance out the scales so that like something good can come in, or that we can reveal light, or we can earn that vessel for the light to come into. And sometimes when bad things happen over and over again, it's a warning that like there's something that needs to be adjusted. In this particular case, I feel that this is a situation that the events that take place this week, for good and bad, will help us uncover what's in our heart of hearts. The pain will reveal what we want and we long for in our heart of hearts, and the happiness will reveal what we want and we long for in our heart of hearts. But I think that there's much to be revealed this week. We have a new moon coming up on April 1st. I believe that new moon is in Aries, and there's already talk of like it being bringing something big into light. Something that wasn't previously known might be known after that. So yeah, be mindful of the heart this week. Hopefully it's fun butterflies, and not more days like I had today, going to my dad's church and then feeling like I needed like some kind of cleansing. I needed like to be exercised after spending the day at my dad's church. It's funny because if you go back and watch our secret sermon from last night, it was literally like I was like living what Jesus was talking about in that portion of like people infuriating him because he's like, I can't with you. Like, you're determined to not get it. And that's what I experienced today. Uncover. Woo! Oh, what are we gonna uncover? Oh my goodness. I'm such a pervert. All right. What else? Ooh. Oh, pervert. Sexual energy, sacred chakra. Sacral chakra, not sacred chakra. They're all sacred chakras. So yeah, sacral chakra is emphasized. This has to do with the right around the lower belly where the reproductive organs are. This is where your creativity is. This is where your ideas are. This is where the astral realm is, where it's like the dream state, and where, the spirits can be in that liminal space between physical and non-physical. This is the realm of creativity. This is the realm of fertility. This is the realm of sex. This is where we keep our shame, especially shame tied to sex, and it's where our appetites are, and it requires balance. And so it's also associated with our gut and our reproductive organs and the element of water. So that might be emphasized this week. Uncovering something in our subconscious. This is also the subconscious. So part of what we are uncovering in our subconscious offloads a lot of that baggage that allows us to be lighter and freer, and it raises our vibration, and then we can be resonant with things that we have affinity of form with, things that we match, things that we resonate with. So pay attention to your creative ideas, your imagination, pay attention to your dreams. If you want to do dream work this week, maybe that would be something you could try out, lucid dreaming, or meeting up with a person in the astral realms in a dream maybe. To do 4 cards from this deck, but sometimes when I get one of the shocker cards, I like to do 5 because I feel like, all right, cycle. So some cycle is ending and we are beginning a new cycle. But there might be a cycle within a cycle. Maybe you're starting a fresh cycle with a familiar theme that you have worked out before. Maybe you are experiencing this in a new way this time around. So maybe you have a similar challenge or a similar opportunity come up that maybe this time you are looking at it from a new perspective. You have all this hindsight and wisdom and experience since the last time that you went through this cycle. And I think a lot of times when cycles come back around, sometimes we wonder like, why, like I thought I dealt with this, like why is this here again? And sometimes it's there for your benefit so that you can meet that challenge again, basically take the quiz over and see if you can get a better grade this time. You know, like every time we go around the mountain, we're a little bit higher up. And so we're coming back around into similar territory, but we're higher up than we used to. We have a different perspective and we're at a different level and a different consciousness level. Yes, that's how I feel about that. And then dreams. I love this. I love this card so much. Actually, it's so funny. I saved this picture from, I follow this account on Instagram called Fairy Magazine, and they had this guy who had all these flowers, like a flower crown, but they were like stuck into his afro. It was like the best vibe. And he was like smoking a joint. But this reminds me of that. That was a very inspiring image to me. I just loved that art design. But I love this art design. And I just think that this is the kind of week where we're thinking about what's in our heart of hearts. We're engaging our creativity and our imagination, and we can imagine how we want things to be this time. I do think that literally we have emphasis on dreams, so I do think that this week is a good week to try to experiment with dream work. There must be something favorable in the atmosphere to do that, or it's just good timing for you personally. But I would do what you can to do some sort of meditation or prayer or centering before you go to sleep. Try to get into a nice deep sleep. Try to have good quality sleep this week. And if you can resist, maybe have a night where you don't drink before bed. And those are usually the nights that I have the clearest dreams, that I can remember the best. And yeah, then if you want to go to a specific place, or maybe try to see if you can speak with a person, you just kind of think about them before you, as you're drifting off, and you try to really stay focused. And then basically you let go, you fall asleep, and you see if you have a dream where you meet up with the people or not. All right. And let's do one more to finish this off, since we had our little sacral chakra. And release. We've had these a bunch lately. Release your cares, your worries. Release the scaries. Release your nerves. Release your anxiety. Release your regrets, your guilt, your shame. Release your anger. Release the frustrations you have with your father and your mother, everybody else. Release, just let go. Don't carry it around. And also release the good. Let go for the good. Just let go. All right, guys, I'm getting off here. I'm not getting off here. Saying goodnight. I feel a little weepy, to be honest. My dad really did a number on me today. I just need to take a hot shower and wash that man out of my hair. and smoke some of my not exactly weed and watch something good and eat a hot meal, not Daddy's burger, which was really my sister's burger because she cooked it, but it was really his. All right, you guys, love you. Bye.